Welcome back to Junior Maths Mastery. Today we are diving into the world of algebra, and it's going to be fun and practical. Have you ever wondered how algebra fits into everyday life? Well, let's find out. So let's imagine this. You are in a grocery store and you need to buy apples. Each apple costs 2 naira, for example, but you are not sure how many apples you want yet. So let's say the number of apples you will buy is X for your number of apples. So the implication of that is your total cost for your apple will be 2 naira, right? Plus another apple 2 naira, right? Plus another apple 2 naira, plus another apple 2 naira, until you add up to the number of apple, which is X, right? Very good. And that indicates that 2 naira in X places. 2 naira in X places. And that is what? 2 multiplied by X. So the total cost will be 2x naira. Do you get that analysis? Very good. So if you decide to buy 5 apples, then your X is 5, right? For 5 apples. That indicates that 1 apple is 2 naira, right? Plus another apple 2 naira, plus another apple 2 naira, another one 2, and the fifth one 2, right? Altogether we have what? 10 naira for 5 apples. Do you get that? Very good. So the implication of that is 2 naira to 1 apple multiplied by 5 apples. Are we together? Very good. And that gives us 10 naira to 5 apples. Do you understand? Very good. So what is algebra? Algebra is all about using letters to represent unknown numbers. We use letters to represent unknown numbers. You can use any letter from A to Z. So we use letters like X or Y or the likes to make the solving of problem easier. Do you understand? Very good. So there are terms you need to know in algebra. The first one is coefficient. Coefficient. Again, coefficient. On my screen, you can see how many pencils here. Good. 4 pencils, right? 4 pencils. I can easily say that I'm representing my pencils as P. So the implication of that is what? 4P for 4 pencils, right? Very good. When we say coefficient, coefficient is referring to the number that is right beside a letter. And what is the number here? Very good, 4. So 4 here is our what? Coefficient. Do you understand? Very good. 4 is our what? Coefficient. So the implication of that is if I have a term minus 2y, the coefficient is the number beside the letter, right? And here, what is the number? Minus 2. Very good. The coefficient is what? Minus 2. Do you get that? Very good. What if I have 1 over 2 W? What is my coefficient? Very good. The coefficient is what? 1 over 2. You can see it's very simple, right? Interesting. So what if I have minus 5 over 3y? What is my coefficient? Good. Minus 5 over 3. Do you understand what coefficient is now? Very good. So since the coefficient is referring to the number right beside the letter, the implication of that is the letter is referred to as variable. What did I say? Variable. The letters are called variable. So it could be y, it can be x, it can be a, b, or any letter. Do you understand? Very good. So if I have minus 5b, what is my coefficient here? Good. Minus 5, right? And what is my variable? B. Do you understand? Very good. And when we talk about constant, constant is the number that stands alone. A number that stands alone. When you have a term, for example, 2y plus 10. In this expression, 2 is our coefficient, right? Y is our what? Variable, right? And plus 10 is our what? Constant. Very good, because it is standing alone. There is no alphabet beside it. The number is standing alone. So we call it constant. I hope you can differentiate between coefficient, variable, and constant, right? Very good. Look at this boy holding a list of some items that he wants to get. We have 10 eggs, 5 apples, 7 pineapples, right? And 2 coconuts. For us to calculate all of this together, after getting them, let's say this is our 10 eggs, will be represented by 10 E for egg, right? 5 apples will be what? 5A for apple, right? Good. 7 pineapple will be what? 7P. Can you see? Good. And 2 coconut will be what? 2C. That's very good, right? So if, for example, 1 egg is 50 naira, the implication of that is 10 egg would be how much? 50 times 10, right? And that is what? 500, right? Very good. What if 1 apple is 30 naira? The implication of that is 5 apples will be what? 5 times 30, and that is what? 150. Are you getting that? Good. What if 1 pineapple is 100 naira? 7 pineapple will be what? 7 times 100, and that is what? 700. Are you following? Very good. And what if 1 coconut is 200? So meaning 2 coconuts will be what? 2 times 200, and that is what? 400, right? Very good. So all we need to do is to calculate everything together to have our total amount, right? Very good. So when we add all of this together, we have 0 here, 5 here, right? And 17 here. So the total amount of all of these is 1750. Do you get that? Very good. So let's move on to examples. Now let's look at how to solve some simple algebra equations. The first question here is a plus 4 equals 0, right? So here you would notice that we have a, we have 4, and we have 0, right? So letter and numbers. So what we simply do here is we collect like terms. What did I say? We collect like terms, and the meaning of that is you carry the numbers to one side and you leave the letters to the other side. So the implication of that is we are going to carry this plus 4 to the other side, and carrying this plus 4 to the other side means that the sign is going to change. Whenever your sign crosses equality sign to the other side, it will change to the opposite sign. So from a plus sign, it will change to what? A minus, right? So we have what? A is left on the left hand side equals to, we have 0 on the right hand side already. It is only plus 4 that is moving. So plus 4 would move. It will turn to what? Minus 4. Do you understand what I just did? Very good. So our A would be equal to 0 minus 4 is what? Minus 4. I hope you get that. Good. Here is the other question. 2t plus 1 equals 3. You notice that we have 2t, variable and coefficient, right? We have a constant plus 1, another constant 3. So let's collect like terms. The ones with the t, we leave them on one side. The ones that are just ordinary numbers, you carry it to the other side. So 2t plus 1, we are going to carry plus 1 to the other side, right? Because it doesn't have a t. So we are going to have 2t left on the left hand side equals to, we have 3 on ground here already. So 3 will maintain the position. Then plus 1 that is crossing to the other side would change its sign to what? Minus 1. Do you understand? Very good. So we have 2t equals 3 minus 1 gives us what? 2. Very good. So now we need to get the value of t. When you look at it closely, 2 is multiplying t here. 2 multiplied by t is 2t. So we need to get t. Let's eradicate these 2 away. And how do we do that in this situation? Is by dividing both sides by 2. You divide both sides by 2, the coefficient of t, so that t can be alone. Do you understand? We divide both sides by 2 so that t can be alone. So when you divide both sides by 2, this 2 will divide 2 one time, 2 will divide 2 one time. The same thing here, 2 divided by 2, 1. 2 divided by 2, 1. So we are left with 1 multiplied by t is what? T. Divided by 1 is, it remains t, right? Very good. Equals to 1 divided by 1 is what? 1. So the answer for t, the value for t is what? 1. Do you understand that? Very good. So this is the other question. It says z plus 5z minus 2z equals 12, right? Very good. So what do we do here? We have one z here, just one z. plus 5z and then minus 2z, right? So this 1z indicates that we are having 1z plus 5z makes it how many? Good, 6z. Then minus 2z gives us what? Very good, 4z. Are you following? Good. So the whole of this is what? 4z divided by, equals to 12, right? Very good. So we need to get the value of z, and you will notice that 4 is disturbing z here. And how do we take away 4 from here? Very good. We divide both sides by 4. Divide both sides by 4, and by doing that, 4 will divide 4 gives us 1. 4 divide 4 gives us 1. On the right hand side, 4 will divide the two numbers. 4 in 4 is 1, right? 4 in 12 is what? 3. So the implication of this is 1 multiplied by z is z divided by 1. We have z on the left hand side alone, equals to 3 divided by 1 is what? Good, 3. So the value of z is what? 3. Do you understand? Very good. So on to the last question that says 3y minus 5y plus 2 equals 10. You will realize that we have variable coefficient 3y. We have variable coefficient minus 5y, right? And we have a constant, another constant, right? So what do? Very good. We collect like terms. You pack the ones that look alike together on one side and the other ones to the other side. So we have 3y minus 5y, because both of them are having y, so we put them to one side, we leave them on the left hand side. So only plus 2 is traveling to the other side, and when it travels to the other side, it changes sign. Very good, right? So we have 3y minus 5y on the left hand side, right, equal to, we have 10 maintaining its position minus 2. Do you understand? Very good. So now we have 3y minus 5y, and what does that gives us? This indicates that we are having, this is a plus 3, right? Do you agree? Very good. This is a plus 3. We are having 3y. We are owing 5y's. We have 3y. We are owing 5y. The minus sign is some, you can illustrate it to be something you are owing. So you have 3y and you are owing 5y's. If you pay your debt with the 3y's, how many y do you have left? Good. We have 2y's left. Abi, is that a plus or a minus? Very good. It's a minus, because your 3y, when you pay your 3y, you'll be left with a debt of 2y, right? So that will be minus 2y. Do you get the analysis? Very good. So equal to 10 minus 2 is what? 8. Are we together? Good. So now we need to get the value of y. And what is disturbing y here? Minus 2 is disturbing y. And what do we do to take it away? We divide both sides by minus 2. Do you understand? Very good. So dividing both sides by minus 2. In our previous video, we talked about when signs multiply themselves and when they divide themselves. I want to believe by now you already know what minus divided by minus is, right? That is what? Plus. So minus divided by minus is what? Plus. I don't need to write that. Plus. So plus what? 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 2 is what? 1. So I'm left with what? Plus 1 multiplied by y. And that is what? Y. Do you understand that? Very good. So y equals to, on the right hand side, the sign for 8 is what? Good, it's plus, right? 8 is carrying a plus sign. So plus divided by minus is what? Minus. Very good. Plus divided by minus is minus. And 2 divided by 2 is 1. 2 divided by 8 is 4. So my final answer is what? Minus 4. Can you see it is very easy to do, right? So the value of y is minus 4. Do you understand? Very good. So thank you for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a thumbs up, share with your friends, and don't forget to subscribe to Junior Maths Mastery for more fun and practical maths lesson. See you next time.